Hi, Paula Deen. I heart you. I'm your friend on Facebook. I saw your cream cheese contest and wanted to enter. Tell you about myself. I plan weddings in Boston, so I work with a lot of women who are trying not to eat cream cheese, inclusive of myself. I'm getting married this September, so your $25,000 would go toward an awesome party that would involve cream cheese, of course. But today I'm using the half-fat cream cheese because I have to get in a wedding dress. So you can use the real stuff yourself if you'd like. That's for today's recipe for myself. This evening, Paula, because I had to get away from my brides, and typically it's midnight right now, Paula. This is when I get to get home from my job. I'll be making pickle dip. And pickle dip is chive and onion cream cheese, a little bit of onion, some additional chives, green onions, what have you, and some dill pickles. So I'm gonna get started by chopping up the pickles. And this is a really easy recipe, but it's really delicious. It's a great party recipe, and it freezes really well, which is nice too. So I have noticed when you cook, Miss Paula, that you tell a story about your recipes. So what I can tell you about this recipe is that one of my very dearest friends was dating a person who she did not end up staying with for very long, but he did give her this recipe. So we have officially decided that the reason that they were dating was so that we could get pickle dip in our repertoire of delicious food. So there's a reason for everything. Sometimes you just have to figure it out. So you chop up the pickles very finely. Paul, I'm gonna make a small batch of pickle dip this evening because if I make a large batch, I will end up eating it. And once again, I am on the big slim down. So this is 3 pickles, which I think will be sufficient for one small size container of cream cheese. So we do the pickles. And any kind of dill pickles will do. Our next ingredient is a white onion. And even people who don't like onions will enjoy a little onion in this, but you only need a little bit. So for this small batch that I'm making, I'm only going to use probably this much. And you want to dice it super fine, almost so that someone couldn't tell it was there. You could probably even put this in a food processor and really chop it up very good. And my knife skills are not as good as yours, Paula. I'm aware. But I would love a lesson. All right, so we add the onion. Then we're gonna add the cream cheese. And the other thing that's really nice that I like about the cream cheese is that because it comes in a little plastic container, if you're going to a friend's house, you can make the pickle dip and then repack in the container. How fabulous is that? So you put your cream cheese scoop. And I have also made this with regular cream cheese, and it's equally as scrumptious, so no worries there. And you want to mix really well. Pickle dip, it's not glamorous, but it is delicious, so we let it slide. And then to this, I would just add some basic salt and pepper, which I know you love, or your silly salt, Paula. I don't have any, but it is delicious. I have had it in the past. So a little silly salt would be scrumptious in here. And then I also take a little bit of pickle juice. You can kind of look at the consistency. You want the consistency to end up on a potato chip, so you don't want the potato chip to break. So, yeah, a little dill pickle juice there. Stir it around until it congeals. Again, you want it to look great. So as you can see, it's ready to be dipped. So I like to serve pickle dip with pretzel rods. I like the honey wheat pretzel rods, but you could use any kind of pretzel. After you had your platter set up with your pretzels and chips, I would take a scoop of pickle dip. And this is probably how much I would eat in about 10 minutes, so you probably want a bigger bowl. for presentation's sake, we will start here. And as you can see, that doesn't look too professional. And myself being a catering sales professional, I understand garnish. So I like to take some chives and just slice them and kind of put them over the top to hide the hot mess that is pickle dip. So I would serve like that. Paula, I know you have a team of professionals that help you and probably try your recipes and tell you what you think and give suggestions. So do I. I only have 2 professionals on staff, but they're highly qualified and they're great at eating. So let's see what they think. Pumpkin, cannoli. Oh. I think cannoli likes it. Pom? Paula, I think we have a success. That's my measure of success right there. And they're still sitting waiting for more. So thank you for watching. And I can only hope to have a play date with your adorable Shih Tzus who I don't sleep in bed and my adorable rescue golden retrievers who also sleep in bed.